Hi everyone, how are you doing? Well, I've been very quiet on the video front this week. It's been just a very busy week, but today I had a very unexpected snow day. Spent all of the day doing schoolwork, but I thought I'd treat myself to some crafting time tonight. So tonight I'm going to make this Trifold Valentine card here. My husband won't know what's hit him this year because I've actually got a choice of cards to give him, whereas usually we don't even celebrate it. So I am using, let me show you what I'm using tonight. I'm using some lovely new products from the Occasions catalogue, and that is the All My Love Designer Series paper. The patterns in there are absolutely gorgeous. I'm also using a couple of the stamps from the Forever Lovely stamp set. Didn't think that'd be so difficult to say, but it obviously is. And the Meant to Be stamp set and Be Mine stitch framelit dies. The dies are lovely because there's a real selection of them in there, and it'll cut the scalloped outline plus the solid inside, if that makes sense to you. So there's the stamp set there in all its glory. There it is. That's the Forever Lovely. I haven't used any of the framelits from this one in my project, but let me just show you the framelits for the Be Mine stitch framelits. There they are. So there's a selection of heart framelits. Then you have these lovely ones here. My advice with this intricate die and this one is to use some adhesive backing paper before you start. So if you use some of this, the permanent adhesive sheets, you can then use them as a sticker rather than trying to use the fine tip glue on all the little intricate parts. I'm going to put those to one side and we're going to start our project. So the card size, the base, is actually 12 by 5.5, and I'm just going to bring my scoreboard in. There it is. My husband is very cleverly, I don't know if you can see it because it's black, he is very cleverly, let's get in the right light, 3D printed me some extra markers for my scoreboard, because I was finding for some projects that the 3 provided weren't enough. So I'm scoring this at 2 and at 5, no sorry, at 4 and at 8 and 10. Right, then I'm going to bring in my cutter. Here we go. And I'm going to move, oh, I've forgotten now, I think it's, I'd better just check. I'm sure it's 1.5 inches. Yes, 1.5 inches up. And I'm going to cut from the 2 to the 10. So I'm going to put on the 1.5 inches. Bring this down. And cut up to the 10. And then turn it over and do the other side. I think I must be probably the only Welsh person in Wales not watching the first match of the Six Nations tonight. I haven't heard much shouting from my husband downstairs, so that's usually an indication that Wales are not doing that well, so I'm not going to ask. So here I go now. Actually, before I fold it all, I'm going to decorate it. The papers, as I say, are gorgeous. Both sides are lovely. So I'm going to do the reverse of what I've done on this one. I'll put the description in the description. I'll put the measurements you need for the papers, because it's just, I think it's a smidgen under 2 inches by 5.5, but I tend to cut it just under so you're not affecting your score lines at any point. My base card is crumb cake, which is lovely. So there we go. I'm going to use these ones across the top then. because I've used the other side on my other card. Oops, went over the edge a bit there. So have you had any snow where you are today? It seems so ridiculous that the whole of Britain has practically come to a standstill today with a tiny amount of snow, when the poor souls in America have unbelievable conditions and they are probably still going about their daily lives. But snow brings Britain to a standstill. It was quite nice to have a snow day today because it meant I could catch up with a great deal of work. A teacher's work is never done, sadly, though. I love this one here, like the sketch flower effect. That's absolutely gorgeous. And it should have been my craft club tonight. And I had all my card kits ready. And sadly, we had to cancel because any snow that's now on the ground is starting to freeze. And I didn't want any of my lovely ladies having an accident coming into the hall tonight. There we go. So as you can see, I'm just using my pattern papers now to decorate the base of the card, and then I'll do the folding. It just makes it a little bit easier to stick all the papers down when it's flat. I'm just going to cheat a little bit now and just put some of my double-sided tape on here. There we are. Like this. Filling them all in. There we go. So that is the base of the card. I'm going to use this one to remind myself. So this one will be a mountain fold, so it comes up. Then this one is going to be a valley fold and is going to go down. This one's going to be a mountain fold, and this one's going to be a valley fold. So if you notice, they're going in alternate directions. Like that. That one's going down. That one's coming up. And it'll make more sense when you finally then do all the, you collapse it down. There we are. It then looks like that and it stands like this. I have made a couple of these. I've made, I used the classic garage suite, which was fab. So, can you see I've put the adhesive strips on the back of this heart, so hopefully now I should be able to peel it off, hopefully. And ta-da! Oh, there's just one little thing still stuck in there. It is much easier to do it this way because then you haven't got the fiddling about to do with glue. Just going to stick that there then. And as I was saying, so the framelit then cuts the outside as well. Can you see I've got this lovely scallop border to go around my heart. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick that here, but I must be careful only to put the double-sided tape on the one side of the heart. It mustn't stick across the fold, otherwise it'll affect the opening and closing of the card. So there it is, that's going there like that. Just checking there's nothing on the back. Sadly, I will have to have a little play about with sticking this heart, and I've got to make sure that I'm putting it on the right side, sorry, not the wrong side. Goodness me. There we are. So then that, as you can see, I am just sticking the one half of the heart down. There it is. So when it opens up then, it's all ready. I have stamped my little sentiment ready. And I've now realised that I have forgotten to get my foam pads out. I thought I was so organised as well. There's always something I forget. I'm even having to break into a brand new pack just to make it even noisier. So I've chosen a sentiment which says, I love our life together. And what I've done, I've stamped that and I've just sponged around the edge to give it a little bit of, to make it stand out a little bit. I'm going to put it at a little bit of an angle. Then I'm going to use, this is absolutely gorgeous here. And again, I have put the stickiness on the back of it. Now I only need a little piece of it because I'm just going to come in from this side here, sorry. So although I'm going to cut it slightly, can you see now it's on the left hand side and then I reach with my right hand just to make sure I go right across where I'm working. I'm just going to peel off the back again. And I'm going to use the other half, the other side of my card. Makes it so much easier using the adhesive strips. There we go. Just going to cut that down and I'm just going to trim the end off then. I'll just stick I thought I had another little thing in here. I can't see if I'm looking. I'm just going to, oh there he is, he's hiding in there, look. In my little pot of goodies. This lovely little half flower. I'm going to stick that at the top. There we go. And I'll just cut these little pieces off here. I'm going to do the sentiment strips in a second. I'm going to do this side first. And what I've done on mine, I have stuck the one down flat. And again, I've put glue so it's missing that one corner so it doesn't stick across the fold again, because otherwise I say it won't fold properly. This one isn't such a big deal because it's not folding down, if you see what I mean. This one then is going to have a couple of foam pads on just to lift it up. I love the colours in this paper. There we go. Stick that one on there like that. And then I'm going to use the other side then over here. So again, peel the adhesive strip off. There we are. Stick that down there like that. And just cut the extras off. Now then I'm going to stamp my sentiments. Oh, the other thing I wanted to point out, with that lovely little heart design there, you also get all the lovely little hearts that come from the inside. So with the adhesive strips now you've got some ready-made stickers. So I have used Happy Valentine's Day. I've chosen To the Best Friend a Girl Could Ever Ask For. You could also have Meant to Be. And then I've chosen for the inside sentiment, I'll love you until the day after forever. My husband will wonder what I'm up to. Just to add a bit of texture to the stamp sentiments as well, I'm using the lovely little row of hearts from Forever Lovely to stamp some hearts in crumb cake on these strips, and then in real red for this one. So first, I think I'm going to work on this one. So I need my real red. And then stamp that down. There we go. What I did is I just stamped it off. I didn't want it too bright. I didn't want it to overpower the sentiment. So stamp it off, stamp it on. You could also use this to make a nice wedding card or engagement card. Obviously, you probably wouldn't put "I love you" till the day after forever, otherwise they'd start to worry. There we go. And again, I'm trying not to get my fuzzy head on the screen. I've got naturally curly hair, and today I've been wearing a hat in the cold, and my hair isn't made for hats. Let's just give those a little bit of a clean out. I give them a brief wipe with a baby wipe, and then I clean them properly then after the video. Right, so my next sentiment is going to be Happy Valentine's Day. There we are, just checking it does fit. Yeah, it's a bit tight, but it does fit. Now, my original one, I must have had my head tilted or something. Right, sorry if my head appears. There we go. Not perfect, but it's on there. And then the next one's going to say, to the best friend, oh actually I'm going to put meant to be. Oh. There we are. The sentiments are lovely in them. Right, so now I'm going to use crumb cake, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to stamp it off and stamp it back on. My crumb cake stamp needs a little bit of re-inking though, so it probably wouldn't make much of a difference if I forgot to stamp off. Because it does get quite a bit of use. It's one of my favourites actually. See, even my grid paper is looking romantic now. There it is. I'm just going to put some double-sided tape on the back of these. A couple of gems, and then, oh, that's clever, isn't it? Stick them both together. And then this card is done. There we go. So stick that down there. And this one, I'm putting at the top, meant to be. And this one, Happy Valentine's Day. So there we go. Another romantic project. A lovely Valentine's trifold card using the Meant to Be stamp set and matching framelits and the Forever Lovely stamp set. So thank you so much. You have been watching Nikki from Nikki Nags Paper Crafts. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love you to hit that subscribe button, and if you hit that little bell, you'll be notified of any videos. Huge welcome to all my new subscribers. Take care, and I'll see you soon. I'll bow.